The following is a presentation of the False Starters League.
Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to week one of the fantasy football season here in the False Starters League. Before we get to this week's breakdown, I wanted to remind you all of our new 7-on-7 team format here in the False Starters League.
Remember, guys, these are the teams for Team Ball and Team Sack. And remember also the team scoring breakdown. First place gets 14 points, second place gets 13, and so on and so forth as we go down.
Now that you remember this season's team format, let's get to this week's breakdown. And some of you have not yet named your team, so I did take some creative liberties or assumptions with your team names.
Our first matchup of the week features the Commander-in-Chief versus the Pierce Makers. This ball versus ball matchup is projected to be within 1 point of each other and may come down to whose inconsistent but high-ceiling quarterback can prevail in Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love. Both rosters are healthy and solid throughout. This should be a good matchup here to start week one. Matchup number 2 features the Yahoo reigning champ Tornado Wrangler versus the King in the North in a ball versus sack matchup. Johnny got off to a rough start Thursday and Friday night as Dak and rookie running back Omarion Hampton combined for just 15 points. He's going to need a huge night from number 1 overall pick Ja'Marr Chase against an awful Cleveland pass defense to stand a chance here. His opponent Logan does have Joe Burrow, which could cancel out a lot of Chase's production as well. Logan also has a plus matchup with Devon Achane taking on a bad Colts run defense. This should be a good one to watch. Our next matchup features Nasty Biscuit Pat Malone versus newcomer Matt Fagan and his Cleveland Steamers. Pat got a big night out of new Cowboys running back Javonte Williams on Thursday, and with that now has the highest projection of the week in the FSL. Matt didn't get much help from his Eagles defense, and with the ever-injured Christian McCaffrey now on hobble watch, he may need a monster day from often fantasy star quarterback Lamar Jackson to keep it close. Our next matchup is a sack-on-sack matchup with the Bear taking on the Polish or Polish My Sack. Bubsy Wubsy has plus matchups today essentially to every position on his roster, and has the second highest projection in the league. While the one thing the Chiefs did right on Friday night was stop the Chargers' run game and hold Najee Harris to 1 point. So the Polish sack polisher will need a big day out of top pick Bijan Robinson today if he wants the Bear to polish his sack today. Matchup number 5 pits Nikola versus Naked in a Trade, an important ball versus sack matchup. Jay didn't get much help from George Pickens on Thursday night, and with a lot of high-risk, high-reward guys on his roster, it will make Nikola an interesting team to follow week in and week out. Jay Christ had an up and down Thursday night between his 4 players, and it kept him steady, but with a lot of work left to do here on the opening weekend. Matchup number 6 features what I will assume is corn on the cob until further notice versus the return in another ball versus sack showdown. Kyle got a solid night out of Patrick Mahomes on Friday, but with A.J. Brown going just 1 catch for 8 yards, Kyle will need King Derrick Henry to shoulder a big load here today. Parker, on the other hand, got 3 solid performances out of Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and Ladd McConkey, which puts him on course for a big Week 1 victory in his return to the FSL. Our next matchup is our Game of the Week. Our Game of the Week features the Rainbow Warrior taking on Russian Roulette in a brother versus brother, champion versus champion, and most importantly, ball versus sack matchup. Ryan got a rough break with receiver Xavier Worthy going out 3 plays into the season, and also only got 5 carries out of Isaiah Pacheco. He'll need his 2-headed monster running back room of Gibbs and Cook to carry the day if he hopes to pull it out here in Week 1. The Sean Man does, in fact, as of this recording, have his whole lineup set, which is an improvement from draft night. His quarterback, Josh Allen, takes on his own defense on Sunday Night Football, which could determine the outcome in what is our Game of the Week. We look forward to all these matchups, and as always, happy fantasy football. Thank you for watching this presentation of the False Starters League.